what's up everybody? I'm Kara and this is Matt with Ozark Overland Adventures, and we are at Expo PNW and we are going to show you some of the cool things that we have found.
We have had a blast here, just seeing all the neat stuff, seeing a bunch of cool rigs, meeting a bunch of great people.
Hanging out with friends.
That's been one of our favorite
subscribers.
things.
It's been great.
Yeah. First, as we're walking around, I think this may be my favorite rig here. I have no idea what this is, other than a racing rig. It's a Mercedes. It's just so freaking cool. I've never seen anything like this. The Schlielmann Gut Fahrt.
G-Wagon.
Is it G Wagon?
Yeah.
That's a cool G Wagon. I don't know what that means in German, but I know what it says in English.
Good ride.
Good ride? Okay, is this y'all's? Is it? Oh, okay, you gotta tell me about it. You gotta tell me about this thing.
What do you want to hear?
What the history of it? What is it?
This is a rally truck. So,
Okay.
It started life as a civilian little four-cylinder truck and lived in Canada. Was all rusted out, and a couple of friends of mine dreamed of rallying in like the Dakar rally in Africa.
Oh, I'm
and
about to do the Rebelle next
really?
year. Yeah.
Cool. And there was a new rally that was started up in northern Mexico called the Sonora Rally, which is like a Dakar style rally. And so when they announced that they were going to have this rally, my friends bought the truck and they put the roll cage in it and they prepped it for, it's called the T2 FIA truck spec, rally truck spec. And they never raced before, they never did anything like that, and they just went to northern Mexico and did it, and they were one of the 3 finishers in the rally. And then the next year they wanted to do it again, and then they raced it again in the Sonora Rally, and they again were successful and finished. And then for a variety of reasons they decided that they couldn't race the next year, and the truck sat in the desert in New Mexico since 2017.
Oh, dang.
And
that's sad.
Yeah. Well, then Nicole and I have been involved in the Nora race, which is a different type of race. It's a stage rally race in Mexico down the Baja Peninsula. And we dreamed of doing it in a G Wagon. And so we made a deal to buy the truck from my friends, and then we refitted it for racing in the stage rally race instead of the navigational race. And then this year, just a couple months ago, we raced it and finished it, and so here's the truck.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that story.
Yeah. So we're the distributor for Showman Seats. So part of the impetus was to, it's a 5-day race, and we wanted to test the seats and see how they did, and it was awesome, successful.
That's so sweet.
That is awesome.
So I love cool, innovative things that you can camp and cook with, and I have the Omnia and I love it, but I found something here that I think I may like even more. It's called the Rock Pot.
Pretty cool. What's up, you guys?
Hey!
How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Wanted to share this really cool invention with our people.
I appreciate it. You guys want me to give you a quick rundown?
Yeah, give me the rundown.
All right, so this is our portable cooker rock pot.
And they had a whole stack here, and they're all
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, we're down to these. Half of these are empty, and so we got 3 left.
That's
are
so
filled.
crazy.
That's a good show.
Yeah, so we've had a great show, but this is our portable cooker rock pot. Essentially how it works is we have our patented rock tablet. It's our bread and butter, it's our heating element. You simply heat this over a fire for 20 to 30 minutes, or gas, electric, or butane stovetop. Once you've heated it, you'll take our extendable hook, remove it from the heat source, you put it at the bottom of the rock pot, then you put your cooking pot on top. We have a vacuum sealed lining, so once you close it, it's going to help reduce any spillage, retain all the heat. It'll now cook your food and stay warm for 10 hours.
Yep.
So we have double walled lining too, which is probably the most special thing about the rock pot. So we put a roast in here 3 hours ago. We did 5 pounds worth of roast.
Is it hot?
Nope, it's cool to the touch from
Oh, you
hour
can't
1
even
to hour
touch it.
10. But when you open it up, you'll see all the steam coming out. You can see the 5 pound worth of roast in there with the
That's
potatoes
crazy.
and carrots.
It's like, what time's lunch?
It is going to be whatever time you want to come back. I'll put it on toothpicks, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But,
So basically, it's kind of a pressure cooker. Because it does build up pressure in there, and you have the vent.
Yep, that's
So
correct.
it's kind of a pressure cooker. You can kind of use it as a crock pot at camp,
Exactly.
but it can get hot enough where you can sear chicken and all that sort of
Yep,
stuff in the
you
bottom.
Yep, you can do soup, stews, casseroles, the whole thing. You can boil water, you can bake breads, you can do peach cobbler if you want. And if you have a birthday out and about, you can also do birthday cake, which I don't know who's doing birthday cake while they're camping, but you can do it. So.
They had a breakfast recipe that like you start it the night before and then it cooks and then the next morning you have breakfast.
Yeah, our breakfast casserole.
Yeah.
All right, when are you gonna make me that?
I'll make it for you, don't you worry.
Thanks, man.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
All right, next on the rigs is this gorgeous Defender D90. I love the topo wrap on it. Love the inside of this thing. Still got the side bench seats. Look at that. This is so cool. So they make these bags and stuff for them. Okay, what year is this?
This is a 1987.
87 D90.
Oh, almost
Yeah.
an 83 and then it would be as cool as me.
Almost.
Almost.
Almost as cool as you.
Okay, so tell me the history of this thing.
Yeah, so I brought this in from Italy
Okay.
because I wanted a left-hand drive. You need me to stand up?
You're good.
Yeah, just because I wanted a left-hand drive, but I didn't want a North America spec vehicle. So brought it in from Italy. She was in pretty rough shape, so I got busy pretty quick taking her down and fixing it up. And I'm a filmmaker, so I'm not a mechanic.
Okay.
So I'm a filmmaker with a wrench. And
Did you film the restoration of this?
a little bit here and
Little
there.
bit? Okay.
Yeah, but just for myself. I mean,
Okay. How long have you had it?
I've had it about 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been rolling as is for about 5 months.
5 months. Okay.
Yeah. So I spent some time putting it together. But it's I mean
Was it a complete? I mean, strip it completely down restoration.
yeah,
type
but
of thing?
not like a frame off.
Okay.
So I mean it's again I'm crafty and handy, but I'm not a mechanic.
Gotcha.
But as you can see, it's not perfect, and I don't want it to
I
be
think that
perfect.
makes it better.
'Cause I wheel it and have fun with it, and when I break something, I fix it.
Yeah.
And she's not a trailer queen by any stretch.
So where all have you taken it?
Just mostly around Central Oregon here.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, she's only been really rolling as is for about the last 5 months.
Yeah. Do you just love it?
I love it. It's super fun.
I want it.
Can I open the door?
Yeah, absolutely. Just keep it under 25.
Yeah. God, this
But I
thing is
redid
so-
the
I
whole-
love what you did with the headliner.
Yeah,
here.
thanks. My whole thing is just kind of like,
Sorry.
I don't care too much about staying area specific or whatever. I just do what I think is cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I don't blame you.
So redid the whole dash. I mean, it was a rat's nest. There was like Romex and wire nuts and stuff in here. It was pretty crazy.
This thing is so cool. I absolutely love this thing. One thing I love finding at these expos is just simple, practical things that make your life easier. And roller cam scent straps, they've been around for a long time. But this company, Roller Cam, has done something really cool with a much smaller version for things like paracord and awning tie downs, that sort of thing. And let me show you. All right, so this is the rope roller, and it comes with the rope, but you can also substitute any 550 paracord or anything like that, and it just makes tightening down cordage so nice and easy. We've replaced all of the awnings straps on our awning on the trailer with these things, and it makes life so much easier. So where did this idea come from?
So this idea is our second product. We started with strap, right, and we made the roller cam that also has the integrated roller system, and then we realized that tying the trucker's hitch is always painful, and this is just a simple way to cinch and secure paracord and accessory cord.
It's so simple, and it makes life so much easier when you're at camp to tie stuff down with this thing.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Now, tell us what you did to change up the
The
roller
regular
cam.
strap.
Yeah.
So here's a
We're
tip.
familiar. Yeah, I'm familiar with these.
Everyone's familiar with this, right?
Yeah.
You put a lot of load. The problem is nothing transfers to the most important part. The roller cam's a little different. It has a roller, and so that roller eliminates friction, which then in turn makes it way more efficient. And by efficient, you can tighten things tighter, and you also have a good feel of how much load you're actually putting down on something.
Yeah, because I tried this yesterday. In one-handed, I can barely lift that. But with this one, I can pull that all the way up.
Yep.
And it makes a huge difference.
And so our roller cams come in a bunch of different configurations. They come in the straight ends that a lot of people use for tying down fridges. We have the loop end, which is the most common product. It has a loop on each side.
Oh, that's cool. I hadn't seen that.
So then you can secure around roll bars, rooftop racks, etc.
Oh, I got it. Okay, so my wife just got a new motorcycle.
Yes. Yep.
And we were dealing with ratchet straps and stuff to tie that sucker down.
Yep. Works
This
great.
is brilliant.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of these for her motorcycle rack. That's I have not seen ones like that before.
They're pretty cool. The loop ends are popular.
And so where do people find you?
They find us at rollercam.com. We do have retailers throughout the U.S.
Okay.
They're on our website, but yeah, thank you.
It's cool stuff.
Thanks so much.
It's just gorgeous.
This thing is absolutely gorgeous. This is the best restored FJ I've ever seen. Take that out. Speakers. You got the same Shillman seats that Mercedes has. God, this is gorgeous. I mean, I am just in awe.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, we are suckers for old FJs. This is the one Toyota that I just am in love with. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a, you said 78?
1978.
78 FJ40. This is Joe from the Land Cruiser shop. He built this. So tell us what all you've done, because this is the most immaculate and most beautiful FJ40 I've ever seen.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And this was a team effort. We have a great team at our shop. So we took a FJ40, 78 FJ40, and did a complete frame off restoration. So the engine in this one, this is pretty special. 1FZ out of an 80 series Land Cruiser.
So inline six?
Inline 6, 24 valve, 4.5 liter. And we mated it to an H55 5-speed. And the cool part is we were able to maintain the FJ40 air cleaner. And to do that, we used...
Is that what this is over here?
No,
Okay.
this is just a vent.
Oh, okay.
To do that, we sourced an intake manifold. In the Middle East, they run carburetors on the 1FZs in the trucks. So we sourced an intake manifold from the Middle East, and then we built an adapter so that it would fit the Phytech fuel injection. And then we built this adapter so that we could run the 40 series air cleaner, which I feel you should see when you open the hood on a 40.
That's crazy. The attention to detail is beautiful.
Thank you.
So what all did you do on the inside? So I noticed the stereo up top.
Yeah.
And the speakers, they're placed beautifully.
Thank you.
So what else was done on the inside?
So on the inside, we buy all the materials from Shillman so that it matches the seats. And so we wrap the dash and the knee bolsters. We refinished this so it would match. We've got Dakota Digital gauges, the classic style looking. And then all the trim colors and everything. There's 3 colors on this cruiser, so we painted everything like the vintage airbox and everything. We just wanted to make it all match and tie together. This is a factory center console. We modified it a little bit to fit our seat bracket that we use, that we make and sell also. We made some nice vinyl side covers for it. You know, just the subtle details, I think, is where you can really set yourself apart. So, I mean, we spend hours and hours sourcing the hardware. We just want everything to be really finished, and also keep the classic styling.
I mean, you have successfully just knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
I mean, it looks classic, but it's updated. Like, this should be a 2023 model that Toyota sells. I mean, it's just so freaking cool.
It's an awesome truck, and
well
it was
done.
Really, really fun to build.
I bet.
And like I said, it was my whole team really worked hard on this truck, and we'd love to build somebody another one just like it.
Well, you did a heck of a job. This one blows me away. Walking around the expos is such a good way to just see lots of cool stuff. If you haven't been to an Overland Expo, highly recommend it. And in our opinion, Pacific Northwest is by far the best.
The locations, you just can't beat.
It's the location. I mean, Oregon is a long way away from a lot of places, but it's worth it.
Cool places too.
It's worth the drive. Okay, when you're on your extended overlanding trips, the ability to take a hot shower is just so refreshing, and it just makes you feel so good. And we have had a number of different shower systems over the years. Our favorite of which being the Mr. Heater Boss, which they have discontinued, but there's a company here that just brought out a new product that's very much like the Boss, but a lot smaller. So this is the Kakadu. It's an Australian company. This is their Outback Shower, and it is so much smaller than the one we used to have. It is battery powered. It runs off propane. You can use a 1 pound tank. You can hook it up to a 5 pound tank. You've got an adapter. But with the 1 pound bottle and a fully charged battery, this will give you, on full blast, 4 hours worth of hot water. And it is perfect. I mean, the water flow from this thing, the heat from this thing is awesome.
Hey guys, Tim here from Kakadu, USA. Just want to take you through our portable Outback shower. So this unit here, pretty revolutionary, fully self-contained portable hot water unit. Super simple operation. You've got a power button here, you hit the start button to operate the unit. That pump will immediately kick in and start pumping out water. You'll also see that the flame indicator light goes on. That unit is now lit. It's pulling in water that's about 80 degrees, and as I turn that dial up, you'll see that'll start to heat the water really quickly. In fact, it'll heat it in a matter of seconds, anywhere up to 120 degrees.
And it has a safety cutoff for 120,
Safety
right?
cutoff, yep.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it'll cut out then. We've also got this great little feature that if you're showering and you do want to conserve water, you can turn it off at the shower head there. The flame will cut out. You can soap up and do what you need to do without wasting the water. You can turn it back on at the shower head. It'll automatically reignite, and then you can rinse off and you're good to go.
That's awesome. And how much does this weigh?
The unit weighs 16 pounds.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. And like I say, it's fully portable, so it's got an onboard rechargeable lithium-ion battery, and it's fully compatible with the standard Coleman pound bottle in the back. You can take it to wherever you want to put for your water source, or you can run it direct feed 12 volt off the adapter that's included, and it'll charge at the same time while you are running it direct feed.
That's awesome. I am impressed with the size of this thing, and so the fact that you're able to put this in such a small package is just incredible.
Yeah, thank you. And so by design, so the version of this in Australia under our sister brand in the Australian market, we've been doing it for 3 years. It's the third generation of the development, so we've been in this space for about 12 years in various iterations, and so the size and shape of this unit is absolutely by design.
All right, so where can people find these?
Yeah, cool. So to find any information on the shower of any of our other products, you go to kakaduusa.com.
Awesome. It's brilliant.
Great. Thanks, Matt.
One thing we didn't mention back there, the water heater, 3-year warranty. So that's freaking awesome. This is cool stuff. All right, well, if you've been watching the channel long enough, you probably know I'm not a fan of side-by-sides. Typically, I'm not a fan of side-by-side owners. and just, you know, I see them in groups and just all the dust that gets in, and I'm just like, how is that fun with all the dust in your teeth and everything? But Polaris is here. Polaris. And they actually have some side-by-sides here that can be used for overlanding, like legit travel. Check this out. Look at these, the Polaris Expedition. It is fully enclosed. It's got doors, it's got windows, it's got windshield, it's got roof racks, it's got rooftop tents. This is a side-by-side that I would enjoy because it's a little off-road buggy. Look at this thing. I mean, this thing actually has air conditioning. This I would love to take out and try. I absolutely love this thing. That looks way fun. You got storage, molly panels. I think this is brilliant. Look at the rock rails on this thing. Then they've got the two-door over here. Also with the roof rack, bike storage on the back. Soft doors or soft windows. I mean, this is a side-by-side that I would love to take out. This looks so much fun. Oh, I mean, the fact that I'm putting a side-by-side in my video as one of the top 5 things, they're just really cool. So they're trying to, you know, you want to go mountain biking, you want to go camping, you want to go kayaking. These are the side-by-sides that'll get you out there. It's just, I like these a lot. I would drive one of these. All right, next on my list of Top Gear at the Expo, these guys made my Top Gear last year with the Groove Fairlead. This is their mini one for ATVs, but you know how much I love my Groove Fairlead, how much Kara's got one on hers now. But they have done it again and done some other cool, innovative recovery stuff. What are you calling this thing?
So that is the Offset Wintering XL.
The Offset Wintering. It's a snatch block for synthetic line, and as you can see, the hole is not in the middle. So, and it's also quite thick. Tell me why.
Okay, so there's a couple reasons. So this isn't just a snatch block, it's a block and tackle. So you can do multi-line pulls with this. So let me explain. You know how a lot of the winterings that are out there, when you're using it, you have to babysit it because a lot of times the ring will fall off of the winch line.
Experienced that last week.
Yep. It's a pain.
Yep.
And especially too if you're trying to go uphill and then that you get a little bit of traction, it gets, you know, a little bit of slack in the line, it falls out, but then you slide back. Well, you're going to cut your winch. You're going to either your winch line or you're going to cut your soft shackle with the two of them running together. So this is designed for a 2-to-1. If you're going to do a there and a back, you know, to a tree strap or whatever you're doing, you go through the hole first. Now this is not a new concept. This has been done for decades in oil and gas, in the sailing world, in, you know, arborists or smaller operation arborists.
So this one doesn't have the teeth. You just put it in there?
Yeah. Yep.
That's so cool, and it doesn't slide or anything like that.
Yep. So this has a very, very low coefficient, 0.03%, and Winchline has an even lower coefficient than that.
Okay.
So this has been done a long time with synthetic winch line.
Okay.
You can't do this with the steel cable.
Right.
You can't do it with nylon.
We don't like steel anyways because it's more dangerous.
Yeah. The synthetic winch line is designed and is capable of sliding over radius. That's how Haas Fairleads have been working for so long. And it does work on a 180-degree there and back passover. This radius is designed. That's why it's so wide.
Yeah.
So that then it is strong. It's a large enough radius up to a 7/16.
Wow.
As long as you're using it with like an electric pole, a bumper pole electric.
I just like it
winch.
because it's so simple. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just it. That's just it.
But here's what's fun. So this is one snatch block This is 2 block and tackles or 4 snatch blocks. So you can do a multi-line pull with it. It's kind of hard to explain on camera. There's a few different
Rather than seeing the recovery.
Yeah, it's fun because what you can do now, so here's the stuck rig, you've got your winch ring here, you've got a winch ring here, and you're really stuck and you need to pull, or somebody else is stuck, and you go through the groove.
We came across a rolled rig the other day, so yeah.
So you go through the groove, now you can go through the hole, back through the hole. You can use this as the recovery point too. This is designed to be strong enough for as a recovery point, as a recovery point. Yep. Or you can go through the hole back to the tree. So this will do one will do a 2-to-1. 2 of them can do a 3-to-1, 4-to-1, and a 5-to-1.
That's crazy.
It is crazy pulling.
That's so awesome.
You can pull very, very hard with this. So let's just say a scenario where something happens to the winch and it welds itself together. It's not usable. Okay, maybe the rig is dead, whatever happened, and you need to do a pull and you don't have a winch. Well, you have a winch in the bag.
We had a winch die on us one time, so.
Yeah, it happens. So now you have a winch in a bag. As long as you have another recovery point, say like a big tree or another rig or something like that, where you don't have a winch.
Will this work with like the dead man anchor, like if you have to bury it?
Exactly,
and
yep.
Okay.
And so what you can do now is you can do a bumper pull with the winch extension and extract the other guy out. If you didn't have a winch, now you have a winch in a bag. We've had a few people that have done light recoveries on like single occupancy vehicles or side-by-sides where they have been the winch themselves. They've been able to do the pull
someone
by
did
hand.
A snowmobile.
Yep.
Casey Liddell.
Casey Liddell.
Yeah, Casey did it. Yeah.
So the snowmobile went down the mountain and it was stuck. It was on it wasn't a cliff, but it was a really steep hill.
Yeah.
So what they did is they rigged this up to a tree, and it was also in a non-motorized area. And instead of getting the permits for the track Jeep to then winch down, they just took 2 of these, and with manpower, they rigged it up to a tree. And what they did is they pulled downhill. 2 men pulled downhill and then winched the snowmobile uphill.
I love that you guys are
innovative,
bringing this kind of stuff and making recovery stuff safer.
Yeah.
And you know what's fun?
And I love that.
This is a new design. It's a new shape. It's a new take in an industry that hasn't been using it. But this is not a new idea.
Right.
This has been around for a very, very long time. And because of the way our fair lead works, where it's a hookless design, it works really well with this. We were able to make the hole small enough so that then it all works together, and making this nice and lightweight.
Dude, I love it.
Thank you.
I freaking love it. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
It's been so fun
Yank'emRopes.com, right?
Yep. Yep.
Heck yeah.
Sweet.
Thank you.
The guys at Yankem Ropes just continue to do some really cool stuff, making recoveries safer, and I appreciate that. So if you're still running hooks and thimbles and stuff on your winch line, go check out Yankem Ropes, because we absolutely love our Groove Fair Lead. And it just makes recovery so much safer and lighter too. So we love them so much. All right, the last piece of gear in our list is from Bare Bones. You know, sometimes just the design of the product catches your eye, and that is exactly what has happened here. Check this stuff out. They make LED lanterns in this really sweet kind of retro design here. And we absolutely love them. We purchased a few of these for our tents and for outside into the awnings. These lanterns are absolutely gorgeous. We purchased a couple of these for the trailer. It's just such a gorgeous design. They also have kitchenware, which we've bought some plates. They have knives, axes. It is a very sweet company. Hi, so this is Robert. He is the creator of Bare Bones.
He's been a creator of many things. Cricket, Goal Zero, and now Bare Bones.
Yeah. So tell us the story behind Bare Bones.
Well, Bare Bones actually started in Africa, just like Goal Zero did. Had to do with emergency shelters.
Okay.
And so the bones of a shelter, right? And so a home is wherever you have a shelter. It doesn't matter if it's a mud hut or if it's a tent, or if you're fortunate enough to live in a country that you can have a home. It's a home, right? So that's where it started. And we had emergency shelters, and from there, I tell people, kind of funny, but if I can't sell to the richest of rich, I can't help the poorest of poor. Because my friends will donate to my cause for 1 or 2 times. Then when if I keep asking them,
I don't need it.
when I come, they start running the other way. So it's really what is sustainability?
Yeah.
And sustainability is creating jobs. Our real goal is to create really good sustainable jobs in a way that's
to help
sustainable.
support the people.
Yeah, so
I love that it's all humanitarian based, and even I was talking to the girl over there that was helping me buy some lanterns yesterday. She said that you really encourage going out and doing like missions and like helping give back to the community, and that's the heart of it behind this business. Like the lanterns, the quality, the plates, I love. Because I don't like the plastic plates that you can get the knife marks in, but just being able to know that the heart behind it makes me want to support it even more.
Well, thank you. And it's got to be authentic, right?
Yeah. I love
stuff
that.
is the design of your stuff is absolutely gorgeous.
And it goes from lanterns all the way over here to like the chairs and the knives and just the raw.
We call that the 3 T's.
The 3 T's?
Tools, textures,
Okay.
treats.
Oh, I
Okay,
like
so
it.
the tool, anybody can make a chair, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't know that I can make a chair.
Well, you can. Go cut a log. That's a chair. But it's like so that's the tool. The texture is, when you see it, you want to see it more.
Yeah.
So you got to make it beautiful.
Yeah, that's the lanterns.
Yeah, and then the treat is, oh my gosh, it does this too, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I have the 3 G's.
Okay.
That's really important. Ask 3 girls if they'll buy it.
Oh, I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm the one
Because
girl. So
I'm telling you, if us guys, we can make a black box, and if it works, fine.
Yeah.
Give me a
That's
wood.
my husband.
Give me a wood spoon.
Yeah.
But I had
It's gonna be pretty for girls. Yeah.
Well, it has, but the men then enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because they don't always know why, but they when they see it, they know they like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she bought one of your lanterns yesterday for her tent.
Yep.
And then once we got it back and we were using it last night, I was like, you know what? I have a perfectly good lantern for my tent. But I just love the way this one looks.
Yeah.
And I want it in my tent.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot from the Amish.
Oh.
And their thing is, don't make anything that's not necessary.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make it beautiful.
Yeah.
So why not? Make it beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, we love it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for explaining the story.
And your story.
Coming out here with it.
Yeah.
We love your stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
very
thank you.
nice.
That's very kind of you to come by and notice it.
Absolutely.
Where can people find this? Not at the expo.
Online,
Okay.
barebonesliving.com.
Barebonesliving.com. Okay.
Right.
All right, last but not least on our list of top 5 rigs, we've been hanging out with this thing all weekend in the Milestar Tire booth, and this is the most incredibly built and beautiful Subaru I have ever seen. It's by Anderson Design and Fabrication, and this is the coolest Subaru I have ever seen. It is so well built.
You want the RC car? Yeah, you can go look at it if you want.
All right, guys, I'm totally catching y'all off guard.
Yeah.
Tell me the story behind the Subaru. What do we got here?
Well, last year it was only a little 2-inch kit, and Martin from Milestar hit us up, asked us if we wanted to come out, and we figured we had to go bigger and better than last year, so we decided to build a 4-inch lift for it with full skid plates, supports, bracketry, whole 9 yards. This is probably the biggest Outback wilderness in the world right now.
It is so gorgeous. And y'all did all of this work yourself?
All
as
the
far as the
custom
suspension and
fab
stuff
work,
is?
Yep, all of it.
Look at that. I might have to get up under this thing. I know nothing about Subarus, but I know that looks beautiful. Y'all done anything to the inside? Other than the Switch Pros? Got the Switch Pro switch panel right here. Man, these seats are gorgeous. I bet this sucker is fun in the dirt. All right, well, that's our top 5 gear and top 5 rigs at the Overland Expo Pacific Northwest. We've had so much fun just hanging out, visiting with people. Kara's over there, visiting with some peeps. Hey! So, anyway, like I said, if you've never been to an Overland Expo, you gotta go. And if you can get to Oregon, come to this one because it's absolutely gorgeous here. This is the best location by far. So, thanks for watching. If you would, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, give us that YouTube love, help us reach that goal of 100,000 by the end of the year. And if you like what we're doing and you want to support the channel, gain access to special events, special content, all of our GPS data, like the trip that we're on now, all the campsites and routes that we've taken here, check out our Patreon, the link's in the description. And for Ozark Overland Adventures merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.